We begin at 5 with breaking news out of Coventry. State police say they have arrested 2 men in the murder of a pregnant woman. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. Layla Duarte de Luz's body was found submerged in Carbuncle Pond in Coventry in December. And state police say one of the suspects was the father of her unborn child. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here with the developing story. Tim?
Shannon, Mike, state police announced the charges just a couple of hours ago. Both men are facing 2 felony counts, one each of murder and conspiracy to commit murder. 35-year-old Gary Gromkowitz, who's on the left-hand side of your screen, is from Lincoln. He was arrested today. The state police say he fathered the unborn child and killed Layla Duarte de Luz of Brockton. Her body was found on December 21st, submerged in Carbuncle Pond in Coventry. Gromkowitz is scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow. Also arrested 46-year-old Michael Lambert, previously of Pawtucket. He is currently at the ACI as a parole violator for a 1995 murder conviction. State police detectives say they found several lacerations on the victim's head when they responded to the pond for a report of a body in the water. The next day, the medical examiner's office deemed the death to be a homicide. Duarte de Luz was 34 years old. She was reported missing in Brockton on December 27th. This was a massive investigation with the state police executing some 53 search warrants. Now, Gromkowitz was on probation for a 2015 felony assault. We looked into Lambert. He was convicted in the brutal beating death of a homeless man in Providence in 1994. A prison spokesperson tells me Lambert was paroled just last year. My colleague Amanda Pitts is in Coventry and will be working the latest developments all night. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
We continue working breaking news. We first brought you on 12 News at 4. State police have announced murder charges against 2 men in connection with a pregnant woman found dead in a Coventry pond 5 months ago.
Target 12 investigator Tim White joins us now live in studio with what we know about the suspects. Tim?
Mike and Shannon, these are the 2 men who are charged in the murder of Layla Duarte de Luz late last year. On the left is Gary Gromkowitz of Lincoln. State police say the 35-year-old was the father of the victim's unborn child. On the right is 46-year-old Michael Lambert, previously at Pawtucket. Both men have been charged with 2 counts, one each of murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Now, Duarte de Luz's body was found submerged in Carbuncle Pond on December 21st. Detectives say they saw several lacerations on her head, and the medical examiner deemed the death a homicide. She was living in Brockton at the time and was reported missing on December 27th. Now, state police have not released a motive in this case. We may learn more tomorrow when Gromkowitz is arraigned. He was on probation for a 2015 felony assault. As for Lambert, he was convicted of murder for the brutal 1994 beating death of a homeless man in Providence. A spokesperson for the parole board tells me he was granted parole in 2019 but released from prison just last year. State police say they executed some 53 search warrants as part of their investigation into the murder of Duarte de Luz. Now, Lambert is also facing a charge of obstructing an officer, but it's unclear if that is related to this case. My colleague Amanda Pitts is working the story, and we'll have the latest developments tonight on 12 News at 10 and 11. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.